speaker of the house today? Anthony.
Speaker of the house.
Yeah.
So
Put our palm together. Put our palm together.
Namo Sacrament Formal Teachers. Namo Sacrament Formal Teachers. Namo Sacrament Normal Formal Teachers. So
Namo fundamental teacher Sakyamuni Buddha.
Buddha. Namo Formal Teachers Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Formal Teachers Sakyamuni Buddha.
Good. And what else do you need to tell them?
I forgot.
You forgot. Okay. Tell them that they should always
Be
turn on your
turn on your cam and sit straight and
respect your tutor.
And
okay. Tell them what they do for the meditation.
Meditation. Sit down, back straight, and take a breath. That's one, and then you have to, and then you keep counting. If you forget your breath, you restart, and then.
Okay, Ashley, turn on your webcam, con. Everyone, turn on your webcam. Thank you. Okay, all right. Keep your back straight, your neck straight. Close your eye. Inhale and exhale to the nose. You count 1. Inhale and exhale to the nose. You count 2 and keep going. If you see your monkey mind, and so always, if you see your monkey mind, right? So go back to your inhale and exhale. Who want to do? To do the timer?
Me.
Anyone? All right, Alan, go ahead.
Okay, so do I start right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Sit still, everyone.
Okay. Let's see. Anthony, Hong, Justin, Kyle, Daniel, David,
35.
Jackson, Isabel, Ariel, Ashley, David, Caden,
41.
Jason,
42.
Annie, yeah.
Okay, who want to summarize the story? Anyone? Who is me?
Alan.
Okay, Alan, good. Okay.
One day, at a city called Alawi, the Buddha gave a discourse on the impermanence of life. He taught the following. Practice contemplating on your death. Reflect upon it mindfully at all times in this way. My life is uncertain. My death is certain. I will certainly have to face death one day. The Buddha told his listeners to strive to perceive the true nature of life. He explained, just like one who is armed with a spear is prepared to face dangerous animals or an enemy, one who is armed with mindfulness of death should be prepared to face death. One who is prepared for death will leave this world for a good destination. Many people in the room could not grasp the essence of his teachings. Out of the whole room, only a 16-year-old weaver girl could understand the Buddha's discourse. After teaching the Dhamma, the Buddha returned to the Jetavana monastery. One day, when the Buddha surveyed the world like he would every morning, he saw the young weaver girl in his vision. He saw that her karma was ripe to attain the first level of enlightenment, stream entry. So he returned to Alawi to teach the Dhamma. When the weaver girl heard that the Buddha and a few hundred monks had returned to Alawi, she desperately wanted to go. Father, the Lord Buddha, the righteous one, the wise one, the all-knowing one has returned. Please allow me to go see him. Please, Father, please. Her father said, Daughter, you know how much work we have to do. Did you finish winding the thread into spools like I asked you? I need them urgently. When you are done, you can go see the Buddha. The weaver girl started to work quickly, winding thread into spools. She finished spooling the thread, packed it into a basket, and rushed to go see her father at the weaver hut on the other side of the market. As she walked into the market, she saw thousands of people sitting silently. Upon closer inspection, she saw 100 monks and the Buddha sitting in front of them, everyone in complete silence. Curious, she placed her basket on the ground and sat down. The reason the Buddha had been silent was because he knew, through his divine eye, that no one in the audience would receive lasting benefit from his teachings. He also knew that the weaver girl's life force was soon to be extinguished, so it was vital for her to hear the Dhamma now, and not on the trip back. When the weaver girl saw the Buddha looking at her, she respectfully made her way to him. The Buddha asked her, Where have you come from? I don't know, Venerable Sir. Where are you going? I don't know, Venerable Sir. Don't you know? Yes, sir, I do know. Do you know? No, sir, I don't know. Hearing her answers, the people in the audience thought she was being disrespectful to the Buddha. The audience began to feel hostile towards her. The Buddha sensed this and asked the weaver girl to explain what she meant by her answers. She said, "Since you know I came from home, I assumed your first question to mean, do I know what past existence I came from? Therefore, I answered, I don't know. For the second question, I assumed you meant, did I know what my next rebirth would be? Therefore, I answered, I don't know. For the third question, I assumed you meant, don't I know I will die one day? Therefore, I answered, I do know. For the fourth question, I assumed you meant, do I know when I will die? Therefore, I answered, I don't know." The Buddha applauded the girl for her explanation. Then he proceeded to give her a sermon that wove together her identity, past contemplations, and experiences. The Buddha taught her that human life is no different from spools of thread. Whether the thread is long, medium, or short, eventually it will run out. The weaver girl internalized the Dhamma and compared it to herself and her past contemplations on death. She saw that a long threaded spool was like an elderly person who has lived many, many years. Once her time runs out, she will die. She saw that a medium threaded spool was like an older person who has lived many years. Once her time runs out, she will die. She saw that a short threaded spool of thread was like a young girl like her. Once her time runs out, she will die. She saw that just like a short threaded spool could run out, so could her young life. Realizing this, she released attachment to her body and became a Sotapanna, a stream enterer. When she arrived at the weaver's shed, she found her father asleep on the weaver's seat. When the girl opened the door, her father was startled awake and accidentally launched a shuttle which struck the girl in her chest. She died immediately and was reborn in the Dusita heaven. After losing his daughter, the weaver was heartbroken, eyes brimming with tears. He went to the Buddha to tell him what happened to the weaver girl. The Buddha told him, "Worry not, weaver. Your daughter grasped the impermanence of life before she died. Upon death, she immediately went to Dusita heaven. She is a Sotapanna. She is safe from hell rebirths and will achieve enlightenment in an imminent rebirth." The father was consoled. He also realized the uncertainty of life and requested ordination. He was granted ordination, and not long afterwards, gained full enlightenment as an arahant. What do you think the moral of the story is?
All right. Alan, you want to try it?
So the Buddha was teaching a Dharma, and there was a weaver girl, and she was listening to him. And then the next day, what happened was he saw the weaver girl in his sight, I guess, and what happened was she went to see. She asked her dad if she can go to see the Buddha, and when her dad said when unless you I forgot do something with thread. And she said he needed it immediately, so she did as quick as she can, and she saw some people sitting silently, and the Buddha saw her, so he asked her, do you know where you came from? And she said, I don't know. And he said, I forgot the other question. Do you know
where you go? Where you go?
And she said, I don't know. And he kept asking questions, and the other people thought it was disrespectful. But she explained that she thought what the Buddha meant. She assumed when the Buddha said, do you know where you came from? She said that when he asked that question, he meant that do you know where you were born? And and when he asked the second question, she explained that he asked he asked do you know where when you died, do you know where you will go? She said no, she doesn't know. And once she finished explaining everything, then the Buddha said like a string of thread, one is the one is an elderly person, a medium size is like a parent, and a small is like a child. And she listened to his teaching, and then when she went home, her father was sleeping, and when he woke up, he made something hit her in the chest, I think. And what happened was when it hit her in the chest, she died immediately. Yeah, and she was reborn in heaven.
Thank you very much. All right, let me summarize the story one more time. So at the beginning, the Buddha teaching about the life, right? So his teaching related to life. He said that life is impermanent. That means it's always change, right? Life is uncertainty. That means it's nothing is certain, right? But that is certain, right? That means one day, Alan, do you think that every one of us will die one day?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what we call die is certain, right? Die is certain. That means that absolutely every one of us will die one day. Therefore, life is impermanent. And after that, when she heard that Dharma, she be able to contemplate it and understood the message from the Buddha. And so from that on, the Buddha said that whoever contemplates on the death, right, and know the death, and that means facing the death at every with the mindfulness. And that means that when death is come, they will be have a good destination. That's what it means. That means, you know what? After that, a few years later, the Buddha, in his meditation in the morning, he be able to, from his vision, he be able to know that the girl from the Alawi, right, be able to attend the Dharma today. And therefore, she come back to the village for this weaver girl, right? And when the girl heard about the Buddha coming, he begging her father that she want to go and see the Buddha, and then the enlightened one, the one know all, right? But the father said that, yeah, you can go and see the Buddha. Only thing, when after you complete your task, wiping the bread. Okay, after you're done with that, And you go, yeah, she did. She be able to get that thing done, and she went to see the Buddha. And when she came there, she saw 1,000 people sit silently and sit silently, right? And he come near. He saw that the Buddha with 100 monks, they also are in complete silence. And because the Buddha know that within this as an audience, there no one can be able to attend the Dharma if he speak right now. So he waiting for the waving girl come, right? For when she come and the Buddha know that it's the right time. So the waving girl came forward in front of the Buddha and bowed down to the Buddha. And the Buddha asked, do you know where you come from? And she said, no. Do you know where you go? And she said, no. Do you know so basically the first question is, do you know that your past experience, that means the past life? Of course she said no. The second question is, do you know that where you be born, right? In the future? She said no. Do you know that death is do you know that one day we will die? And she said yes. Do you know that life is certain? And she said no. So life is uncertain, right? So when she be able to understand the Dharma, and she went to meet her father, and in that occasion, she and somehow when she walked into the house, and her father wake up, and accidentally the river struck on her chest, and she died on spot. But when she died, she be able to be born into the Tusita heaven. And also the father very suffered when to see the Buddha, and after that the Buddha gave him the lecture, and he be able to become the Buddha's disciple, and also get enlightened at the Arhat. Good. Now the question here is, when we understand life is impermanent, right? Life is that means everyone will die one day. Doesn't matter. No, we can live up to 70. We can live to 30 years old. We can live to 50 or whatever. Do we guarantee that we can live to that age? Bé Hồng, are you there, con?
Yeah.
Do you think that we can live to 20 years old or 30 years old? Can we guarantee that we can live up to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You sure?
Yeah.
What about the people who right now we are in the COVID, right? Pandemic. Do you think that for when we got the COVID, right? Can we guarantee that we can be able to survive?
No.
No, that means we cannot guarantee that we can live that long. You know what I mean? Okay. Right. Jason. So do you know life is impermanent, right? Can we live forever?
No.
No. But one day everyone should die, right? Is that true? But no one guarantee that they can live for 5 more years, 10 more years, 20 or 30 years. Can they guarantee?
No.
No. But why in this story, what do you learn from this story?
Even if you're young or old, or like you're older, person that's older, you can still die.
Okay, that doesn't matter what kind of age, we will die, right? That's correct. So, but why do we need to know that one day we will die? What we need to do?
นักเรียนภาษาไทย
What do we need to do? Kaden. Are you there, Ron? Kwa, can you help them, Kwa?
Yeah, what was the question, Ty?
Okay, we know that one day everyone will die, right? One day, right?
Yeah.
Life is impermanent. No one can we guarantee that we can live few more year or 10 more year, 20, 30 a year? Can you guarantee?
No.
No. So, but when we learn this story, what can that help you to have the better view about life? What can you do with your life?
You have to live in the present and don't make whatever is in the past a burden to you, and don't think about too much about what's in the future, because if you think about the past too much or you think about the future too much, then it will just slow down what you're doing in the present, and you should live in the present so that you can live as happy and as
Okay. Okay, let me give you a quicker here. When we know that life is uncertain, so we have to live with the meaningful life, right? We have to use our own time to do our best to help others. That is the best thing. So how do we be able to help others? We have to be good in school and to do the best thing to learn all the become very talented, so you have the means to help other people. So that is the meaningful life, and that's how you be able to have the meaningful life. When we die, we don't die with the regret or remorse. Does it make sense? So once you be able to live with a meaningful life, that's how you be able to. When we die, we don't afraid. We don't afraid of dying. But when the people only spend time for their, let's say that we spend a lot of time for play game, those things it's a very bad thing, right? Because it's not meaningful to our life. And when we die, we will regret on what we do, right? So, all right. Okay, thank you. Cô Trang.